Paul. Yes. I was looking in the letter F. I was listening to the news this morning, and from my understanding, it's going to be Father's Day. Yeah. It's the 14th of June. It's a Friday. Yeah. Now, it's possible that the courts aren't open today because it's a holiday. Oh. And I was looking in this encyclopedia, and they don't have Father's Day. Fasting, fats, Fates, and Faulkner. Yes. But it has nothing about fathers. But it was somewhat interesting. They do have something about fascism. Yeah. And just kind of looking at this fascism. Yes. Well, the state comes first, and under fascism, the most important things were the nation or the state and the race. It was like capitalism in the United States, in that people could produce goods which could be sold for profit. However, it was unlike capitalism in that it held the right to control profit in any way that it wished. It could use any individual or his business for what it considered the good of the state. The state was defined in terms of the will of the dictator. Yes. Now, this fascism, the rights of persons were not important under fascism. These individual rights that I oftentimes talk to you about, they just are not important if you live in a fascist state. Yes. See, you could work, right, and you could profit from the actual business that you had. Yes. But the state decides what you do with your profits. Now, they were considered only in relation to the welfare of the state. Anyone who criticized or disobeyed the law of the state could be punished by exile, imprisonment, or death. Freedom of speech, press, and religion were abolished. Oh, people could speak, write, and believe only those things which were favorable to the dictator. Now, although the Italian people had the right to vote, yes, it did not mean anything because there was no choice between candidates. Yes, voting was merely a way of approving the policies of the fascist party. Yeah. Now, in Italy, no teacher could go on teaching school if he opposed the fascist party. Much was done, however, to improve the living conditions of children. The party saw to it that more children went to school, that more learned to read and write, that good schools were built, and that children were taught to play games and take physical exercise. They were taught, yes, to respect, to have respect for themselves and their elders, and to take pride in the accomplishments of their illustrious ancestors. They were taught courage, self sacrifice, love of their country, and an understanding and appreciation of its wealth and natural resources. Now, by giving the children all these advantages, the dictator brought them more directly under his control. Children were told that liberty was not important and that it would not make them happy. See, children, they learned, yes, liberty is not important. You know what's going to make you happy? Yes, your service to the state as a dictator, that they don't have to enforce the rights of the citizens. Now, these children, yes, that were brought up under fascism, they were taught to enjoy and appreciate the opportunities which were given them, and to feel greater loyalty and responsibility to the state. They finally came to feel that the state was supreme and that it came first before family, playmates, the church, or the school. This, according to the fascists, and contrary to the democratic ideal, made them better soldiers and more willing to work, march, and fight for Italy. Now, see, Communism, oh, democracy, ooch, and National Socialism. Now, this fascism, you know, it's going to be Father's Day on Sunday. And when I heard that on the news, I began to think about parenting. I wanted you to understand how I parent. Now, in a lot of families, I want to explain some stereotypes of parenting. Yes. Some parents like story time, bedtime. Yes. Where they go in when they put their kids to sleep and they read them a book. Oh, because it's bedtime. And I'm going to read you a book, okay? And it's not the alphabet book, and it's not the Bible. It's just a regular book. Because some parents, they do the story time bedtime. Now, there are families that have often said, wait until your father gets home. Because when your father gets home, you are going to get in so much trouble. Now, this type of parenting, I don't agree with. No, no, no. See, I'm of the mindset that if I was fathering my sons today, yes, if I was able to speak to Marilyn about her 6 kids and how to father them, yes, I believe that all the children should be present when you're getting a punishment. Now, I do that because I think it's simpler, yes, for every child to learn from the mistakes of the other children. That's right. You don't ever wait until I fucking get home.